Yes, Doc.
Yes.
All right, let's get done with the recap. Last time on Out of the Abyss, our players killed the gnolls of the Lair and stopped the evil portal from summoning more before Yanagu and his ilk could overrun the Underdark. And you decided to build a base around that portal, which is a great idea. So now you're wrapping up building your outpost because you want to get to Mantle Dareth, which happens to be right next door to Blingdenstone, a place that you have familiarity with another portal. So, that's it's a very simple recap. That's pretty much what happened. So, all of you have been setting up. Ooh, you know what? I can also show everyone. Friends too. I've actually taken. What the fuck? This is like. There's something on my screen and I can't move it and it's pissing me off. Anyways, I took the liberty of setting up the base. The base has been updated. This is everyone in your expedition. Why is that here and why can't I move it? There's like a toolbar that is... whatever. Okay. Yeah, so here you are at base. You're getting everyone ready. You are waiting for Teardra to fix the portal. And you guys stay here for a day or two. The Furbolgs have been hunting, bringing back fresh meat from the various critters that live in the area, Hakors and the things that Hakors prey upon. Mostly lizards and strange, deformed rodents and other odd things. The occasional mushroom or two, but this place isn't particularly lush with fungal life. You also take some time clearing out some of the corpses and carcasses that litter the area so it doesn't smell so gosh dang awful. And after the second day, Teardra aligns the final glyph, stands back, raises her hands up, utters some magical, powerful words, and blue light starts to emanate from the sides of the arch into the center of the portal, creating a blue light film. All right. This should be connected to BF1. Does anyone want to try it? Any volunteers?
Should be or is?
Well, nothing is for certain until it has been tested and tried, but as soon as someone tests it, it will be is.
I will go.
All right. Everyone stand back, stand back. She starts, like, making everybody, like, creating, like, a 30-foot perimeter.
Are we standing back?
Do you think message would work through it?
What was that? Yaslin?
Do you think message would work through it?
No, this is not a, that's not how this kind of portal works. It is a physical transporter, not a divination transporter, unfortunately. All right, Lucius, good luck, and just, pop in there and let everyone know what's going on, and, you can pop back out and let me know how it goes, okay?
Or you mean like just walk through?
Just walk through,
Okay.
Do you walk through?
Yes. Lucius
Please
walks
roll
in.
a D100 for me.
Suddenly
They
finds
end
himself
up
in
in-
the middle of Menzo Berenzin.
That's what I was gonna say.
The average.
You take a step through the portal, and for a second, you feel weightless. The world around you spinning like a kaleidoscope. Sounds from all around you start to muffle and morph and blend into a single cacophony of white noise. You're not sure how long you are suspended in this strange state of being before you find your feet that have been just kind of walking and then kind of like moving, floating, walking, slowly touch the hard surface of the ground. And like watching everything you just saw in reverse, the light and the color unblends, the sounds reseparate, and you walk into a fungal glade. You smell familiar moisture in the air. You see a line of picket fence around you, and you see a bunch of paladins and one of your Furbolg friends. I forget which one you had. What was the one that you had sent?
I believe his name was something. No, I don't remember.
Did he have a backstory?
He did.
Shit.
Is there a something and anything and nothing and a...
Yes.
Everything.
His
Thing,
name was
yeah.
Kelric. Or no, sorry, Farvin. Farvin was part of Dorian's crew, so Farvin is sitting there.
Farvin.
Wait, where's B1?
B1. Actually, it's
Yeah.
It's B2.
It is B2. Okay.
B2.
That's right. He didn't make it to B1 yet.
Right. B1 and Farvin are anxiously standing around you, Lucius.
You see Lucius, like,
Lucius.
look at a bush and go, just hold that. And he just starts retching because of the travel he just went through.
Oh, Lucius. We saw the portal that we had constructed. It lit up, and here you are. I suppose that means everything is going according to plan.
Yes, the little one on the other side used her magic and made things connected, so now we can travel between points. Though it's not easy on the stomach.
Oh, that is excellent news. You've been gone for 2 weeks now. Is everyone
Yes.
all right? Any casualties?
There was issues with the wilderness, mistreating of it. But we have taken care of that pest. It was quite the fight.
B2 approaches with a bowl of mushroom stew and offers it to you.
Thank you. I will take
Are
this
you
back.
coming back, or...
No, I'm just relaying that this thing works now, and we're all set to have you guys travel between points. This was a test. Just
I
to make
see.
sure.
Well, if you don't mind, a few of us would like to step back through the other side so we can get updated orders.
I would say one at a time. I don't know if it can handle multiple people, as I'm the only one who's gone through yet.
B2 selects one of the Paladins of Tamara, and the other 4 he asks to remain to guard the outpost. And B2, one of the Paladins, Farvin, and one of the Blade Scale warriors is going to follow you back through to the other side. As soon as they walk through, one at a time, they're just start puking. Teacher goes,
God,
"Oh,
they've turned into different things. It's no longer... Oh no, it's no longer Lucius.
oh yeah." Farvin walks by through before Lucius, and he looks around. Ooh,
See
I'm
Lucius
not
pop through.
Lucius.
with the mushroom stew, and it just like kind of explodes everywhere when he.
Tidra goes, that should not have happened. Oh, I just need to dial in a few things, and she's gonna start like re-scratching one of the runes. B2 is gonna walk up to Nero and kind of, everything has been fine, sir.
Good reporting. How's the tar holding up?
We've covered the outsides of the picket fences with the tar. So if we need to light the place on fire, it will burn.
Well, just if intruders are climbing the walls and they're about to, get over them.
Yes, exactly. I agree. He kind of gives a little wicked smile. This paladin, which is not... Is this, Billiam? Was Billiam the one who stayed? Or...
This is generic paladin.
Generic paladin, yes.
Billiam...
Wow, I can't believe you don't name your guys.
Billiam came with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so generic paladin is going to reconnect and...
They're generic.
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 Generic. He gives you the Tamaran,
French.
like, salute. He goes...
Flaps his wings.
On platinum wings!
Yes, the sun always rises.
God damn it.
Sarah!
Oh my gosh, we have to play Oops All Asimar again very soon.
I miss Ithriel's brooding.
I missed a lot of that. I missed so much of it. Okay, anyway, sorry. Let's see. And Generique Blade Scale Warrior is going to convey with the blade scales. They're basically getting updates, talking about the travels. They haven't seen each other in a while. You could tell that those who are left at BF1 have been a bit anxious and bored, and they're excited to see something new. And then Favrin scratching his head. So does this mean that we can just pop in between no matter what? Well, theoretically, yes, but I wouldn't keep the portals on constantly. I would recommend a schedule, because, having portals on all the time is inviting trouble. So I suggest we set a schedule, a specific time that we send someone through the portal to ship supplies, update with news, anything like that. What do you think, Father? Kothar? Any thoughts?
It needs to be from both sides, simply because one side reporting doesn't exactly make sense.
Right, I mean, all outposts that have a portal would know to turn their portals on at a specific time.
It took you 2 days to set up this portal. How long would it take you to reconnect it?
Oh, you just need to put the runes back in. It takes a second. Just a moment.
Depending on how easy it is to tap into a portal, we might not want to do it on a consistent basis in case somebody would like to take advantage of that.
Oh, that is very wise.
I would also like to point out that not everyone is used to being down here. Keeping time is a little bit difficult for some people.
Yes, so should we keep it on indefinitely?
No.
Not indefinitely, no. I think that would be too
We should
easy.
keep it on for necessary transports of supplies and personnel. It should be scheduled between the two posts. That
Like a
is
Wednesday and a Saturday thing.
Yes.
All right, well, we can hold a meeting and discuss frequency tonight. For now, we should perhaps let our guests, she says kind of cheekily, stretch their legs a little bit, and perhaps we could move some of the wood that has been harvested from BF1 to here, And we can move any supplies that we find here that BF1 might need, do a little exchange. Even out our food supplies.
I turn to B2. Make sure they have tar over here.
I'll make sure that we harvest some more. I'm sure the Treants will not mind. They seemed pretty helpful. We just have to make sure not to over harvest their wood. But this one, he nods at Farvin, has been doing a good job communicating. I'm sure they can work something out.
Excellent work, Farvin. And you see Lucius kind of pat him on the back.
Oh, shucks, Lucius.
Nero goes, excellent work, B2, and he punches him way too hard on the shoulder. He's like, keep up the good work.
Thanks, Nero, sir.
Could you get a cleric to check that out? I think I dislocated it. Anyway.
He wanders over to the Sisters of Elune, or of Elune, the Sisters of Elune, sorry, Sisters of Illustria, looking for someone who I patch him up. All right, well, now that we have that settled, I imagine you would like to open up a shortcut. You did tell me that you visited Blingdenstone and you know of a portal. Can you give me more information on that?
There's two portals. The one that we'll be interested in is actually the one that is connected to the Stoneheart Enclave.
Oh.
They are a splinter of the Emerald Enclave, is that correct?
The Emerald Enclave, one of the scouts of the Emerald Enclave appears. Oh, yes. The Stonehearts are Sverfneblin. They used to be a part of us, but they decided to kind of specialize, though they do keep in touch. They're pretty friendly folk, very, very good at earth elementals. They're just masters of the elemental plane of earth. Are you friends with them?
Yes.
Yeah, we helped them out.
Oh, that's good news.
It's in what's her name? Nami's office, though. So if we show up and connect randomly, she will likely have an aneurysm or a heart attack, or both.
Do any of you know how to get in touch with her?
Yes, just give me a moment. And then I'm gonna cast, is it Sending? I think Sending is the one of the long distances. Messaging? Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sending.
Messaging?
Messaging.
Okay.
I'll cast Sending to Nami, and I'm going to say, oh god, 25 words. I'm gonna say, Nami, this is Kothar. Is the portal able to be connected with? We'd like to come back to Blingdenstone.
They can send you right away. They can answer.
Yeah, they can
okay.
respond.
Hello, Kothar. So good to see you. Yes, I can do that. What is your arcane frequency? Send. Wait, which one of you guys did she connect with? If any.
I think.
What do you mean connect with?
Like, have a good relationship with. Who talked to her the most?
I don't remember.
Was it J-Mitch?
Send
It was either-
J-Mitch all my... And then she cuts out because she ran out of words.
I imagine that it's... Oh my god, that's probably like a boomer... Oh my god. I imagine that, like, boomers who are not good with magic... like, would try to send, like, a bunch of, like, paragraphs over Sending, but then get cut off and not realize it.
She also has the millennial gap. Do you
Like
know
pause?
what? Yeah, the millennial pause where, you know, you start a video, they, like, stop for, like, 3 seconds and then go, hi. Which, by the way, you can't blame us for that. We grew up with the technology that you couldn't just start talking right away. You had to wait for it to start or it would cut you off.
And then you would have... And it didn't always start properly, so that's why you waited to see if it worked or not.
Yeah.
Oh no, is it the cone of shame?
No.
It's a really big cone of shame.
That is. Oh, woo. Oh my god, it really is.
Anyway. Taedra,
Yes?
they're asking for the arcane frequencies. If you would not mind sharing them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She's going to take her little notebook. She's going to, like, it looks like a weird-ass math equation. And she's going to hand it to Kothar. She's like, can you read this?
I
Make an arcane check.
Can you read math, JTC?
Well, good thing it's Kothar, not JTC, because he totally can kind of read it.
Okay, so you, like, start with, like, you're like, x to the 13th, and she goes, okay, I'll just read it to you, and you follow me, okay?
Good enough. All right.
Okay. So just, she's gonna mouth this out to you as, I'm gonna try to do this with you.
Oh,
So,
no.
x
Hopefully it's
to
not
the
forward
13th,
All right, Nami, are you listening? Nami, are you listening? Get your notepad.
Oh,
X
no.
to the 13th.
13th over the variable
The variable
planar entity 947 XAB
9 or 7x
matrix. This just
wait. I have to cast it again. Boom. X to the 13th.
How many spell slots is this gonna take? Okay, I want you now to make a straight intelligence check to see how accurate this was.
What? It's not like a performance thing?
No, this is a
Okay, can I have
intelligence.
advantage since I'm being led? I'm following the leader.
I'll give you a +4.
Okay.
Instead
Pathfinder.
of your +1, I'm gonna give you a +4. Hey, follow the leader is Pathfinder. That's your
Yeah, I
fault. Oh god, that is amazing. Okay,
That's good.
you are so stressed out with how specific this sounds, but you kind of get into a flow. You repeat everything, and then you wait. Okay, I got it. Wait for your portal to glow orange, and it should be connected. By the way, I have some new spell.
Be sure to check out Nami's wares. Our new spell gem line.
Are they
Yeah.
really starting to send ads through sending? Ugh.
Yeah, she has a sponsorship. She just
thank
got
you to
Reach
today's
you about your
sponsor.
extended spell gem warranty.
Suddenly you see in the blue light flicker and fade, and one of the runes that have been carved on this lights up a bright orange, and Taedra like hops up and taps it, and the orange kind of glows. All right. All you have to do now, it should save the frequency. I have the other one saved as well. As long as this is connected, you just tap the frequency you want. Both of the portals need to be aligned. So orange means Stoneheart Enclave. Blue means BF1.
We're gonna
B
color
for
code these,
blue.
all right.
Got it.
I can also, once we go to the other side, I can calibrate Stoneheart Enclave to BF1 as well. It'll just take a little bit of work, but I can get everything calibrated as long as nothing
wait.
interferes.
What's the color for BF2?
This is BF. That's a good question. I think that I think I fucked myself over with this system. You know what? Scratch that. It's all blue. You just have to make sure the right button is pushed.
It's all blue, then what's that? I point at the orange glowing.
That is...
Was the initial connection.
Yeah, that means, it's like a Wi-Fi signal. If it's orange, that means it's a little skittish, so just be careful. Check your pockets after you cross. Check your limbs, and check your organs. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
and then she shoves Kothar through.
Wait, I don't think...
You going backwards.
And looks down at 10 toes.
Kothar, you fly backwards through and land on your back, and you see Nami looking down at you. Oh, good, it worked. Thank you, Sagojin. Thanks to Sagojin. This is actually quite convenient. How far? Where is this portal taking you?
It's quite convenient, but it definitely doesn't feel great. Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna go find, like, the trash bin and...
Oh, dear. People are so... Youngins are so not used to the old way of travel.
Well, I'm sorry, but back in my day, we didn't have to teleportation travel.
Well... How are you? Is anyone else... Are you... Okay, hold on. While she's catching up with you, what is everyone else doing?
Nicole is... Oh, go ahead. Go first.
Lucius just talking to Barvin about the relationship they're forming with the tree ants and make sure it's all going well.
He's telling you all about all of the walks that he's been taking with the tree ant. I guess, should I give the tree ant a name? What would a tree ant name be?
Greasy?
Greasy?
Treacy.
Treacy, but he's like a mushroom tree ant.
Aw. Macy?
I think he's
He's a
gonna
fun
be
guy.
called,
Cappy.
Mudgills.
Mungills, love it.
Okay,
That's a good one.
I'm gonna write that down.
So Nicole has his arm around Tedra's shoulders. He's a little bit taller than her. And he's just gonna, like, very casually, but very much like, if she tries to escape, as he's walking through the portal with her.
Father, what's going on?
You don't push people into portals, Tedra. This is why.
She's like, you both come flying through. She hoists over and puts her hands on her knees. Oh! I definitely need to work on my accuracy. This should not be making everybody sick. She's gonna grab the trash bin from Kothar and... excuse... Oh, hello. You must be Nami. Oh, friends I see. And who might you be? I'm Deirdre, and I've heard all about you. I'm so happy to be here. I am the portal engineer of the expedition. Expedition? You have an expedition on the other side of that thing?
Yes. I hope that's not too many people to send through your office.
She looks at
You
her
should change
office.
offices.
Well, as long as you send maybe just a couple at a time, I can get a... Are you guys going to be staying the night? The place, you do
At least
remember
some-
this place is fairly large. It has lots of caverns. This is where people, they literally summon entire earth elementals. There's lots of bedding, like bunks, like a barracks. There's eating, like this whole place would actually make a pretty good outpost.
We're not going to take it over from the from this
Yeah.
Netherlands. So, Tedra, you need to lower the amplitude so that it's not quite. Anyway, it's, if you would not mind, it's about 50 of us. Maybe some less now because we will be leaving some behind at the outpost. to keep
Oh,
it.
all right. That is not a problem. As long as you tell them not to send any more. You guys are in a gnome's office. and it's already getting cramped. Just send no more than 2 or 3 at a time, please. I just organized my taxes.
We could do that, but then there's going to be there's going to be people coming through your office for a lot longer.
That's okay. You can take all the time you need. I can't wait to show you. Things have really turned around here in Blingdenstone, all thanks to you.
What's happened?
Well, we've started clearing out all of the,
Hold on. We need the rest of our group to hear this, so you don't have to repeat it again.
There. All right. She starts pushing her boxes kind of out of the way. Yeah, just maybe keep it at a maximum of 2 every 30 seconds, as long as we can shepherd them, and I'll tell the others to set up some space for you guys. Are you going to be pulling supplies here as well?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe... You know what? I'll let you guys organize that. I'm going to start getting a spot ready for you guys, and she's going to toddle off and start clearing out space in one of the barracks for you to just kind of, like, pile up.
Are you two alright to travel? Do you guys want to stay here? I seem to be relatively alright with the...
Nicole
Are you
is...
still vomiting?
Oh, I'm fine. And a little burp smells like a little sulfuric. A little acidic. Kothar, you notice that after she puked in the trash can, the balled up parchment that was in there is now like smoking a little bit, and the bottom of the pail is being like eaten through.
Kothar just turns up his nose and he says, "You really need to fix the amplitude, Teardra. God knows what's gonna happen if it gets any worse."
You know what? Yes. There's just one, and then she actually looks at the portal. She's like, "Oh, I put a decimal point in the wrong spot. Boop." She just like
off by a factor of 10.
She like puts her finger. It's like a really tiny. She takes her finger and just kind of like magically traces in the air, and then there's like a ripple through the portal. All right, that should do it. I'm so new to this. Maybe I should write my book on portals.
Well,
How can you watch her?
She looks
Yes,
a
of
little offended at the word watcher.
unless, of course, ladies first.
And she's gonna like stick up her nose and walk through. She's wearing this coat that has like the little tails behind it. She like flops her tails out like a conductor and struts through the portal onto the other side.
I'm not like that, right?
Only some of the times. Not often.
When?
Well, there was that
Nicole-
one time.
Nicole walks back through.
There was that one time when Hans, hey! Those two. And he's gonna start, like, moving the office so that there's room for people to walk through.
Oh, thank you, dear. And so you and Nami are going to get to that. She's going to start rattling off to you some of the nerdiest shit you've ever heard about, like, spell gems. And not even interesting bits, more just, like, different grades of empty spell gems and how they try to pack as much. She sounds like she's describing, like, microchips. And the smaller we can get the spell in, the more memory and space. It's just, like, super dorky.
I pull out the ones that we found from the spell book that were transformed into spell gems for using purposes, and I say,
Yeah.
"Oh, what about these? We found these."
Oh, these are very high grade. Oh, she, like, takes one that's, like, a 7th level spell, and she's like...
Don't drop it, we need this.
Oh, hold on to these. These are worth a pretty penny. And if you need any more, we could have a conversation. I'm sure I can get some supplied to you fairly regularly. You will have to supply the spells, but we can supply the gems.
I think we could work something out.
Excellent. Anything to help. After everything you've done for us, we are so in your debt.
It was our pleasure, trust me.
Let's cut to back to BF2. So the plan is, guys, that you're just going to start guiding different people through. You also make sure you have your long rest. You have absolutely you've been here for like a day or two. Let's go. Who are you deciding to leave behind at BF2?
Good question.
The Zentarum are staying until we get to the outpost, like to Mantle Dareth, right? Because that's where
they'll stay
you
with
can-
you. If they'll stay
Yeah.
for the entirety of your expedition, but
Yeah,
Mantle
yeah,
Dareth
yeah.
is the next stop. You are like 6 days travel from Mantle Dareth.
isn't
I
the Mantle Dareth like the Zentarum, close to the Zentarum outpost, or
It is the
am I
Zentarum.
remembering that?
It is the
Okay.
Zentarum outpost. Well, it is an
Good, good,
outpost that Nero, you know that the Zentarum outpost is a neutral trading ground that consists of the Zentarum, which bring goods from the upper world, Svirfneblin, Drow, and Durgar, and it is like a middle ground that there's no war. It's like where they can trade in peace without being afraid of politics. It's like a neutral zone that's kept very hidden from political powers. That way they can't just come in and fuck things up. So you know that you are going there because Nero, I have this written down. You are looking for your contact, a human by the name of Gazrim Duloc. And Gazrim has a way to get to Graven Hollow. Graven Hollow cannot be found by normal means. It is magically hidden, and you need Gazrim Duloc's help. So that is the primary reason why you're going.
So Graven Hollow is the name of the library?
Yes. And that's where you're hoping to find some lore and information on how to kill a demon lord.
I guess Jaslyn won't know that that's the name of the library yet, so I
No.
won't write that down.
Well, you guys have been talking about Graven Hollow for ages.
Okay.
From back when we were in
Gracklestick.
Gracklestick, yeah.
Gracklestick.
So, I would say that we should probably leave someone here who can hunt, for one thing, because that's what we're, like, they were hunting the hook horrors and stuff
Yeah.
like that, so it'd be good to leave someone here who can hunt. And also, where did we leave Glubberghoul?
I don't remember.
Did we leave him back at Gauntlgrim?
left him at Gauntlgrim or Blingdenstone.
Yeah,
No, yeah, he
here
was
in
he was part of
Blingdenstone.
Blingdenstone because we had him as a spy.
Yeah.
You never found him again.
Yeah, we never found him again.
Oh, he's just living his best life.
Okay.
I think we should leave at least one of the Emerald Heart Enclave, because this will be connected to the Stone Heart Enclave.
Okay. And Emerald Enclave would probably be pretty good at hunting. Do you want to leave any of the furbolgs?
I am leaving Adeline and Kelrick to protect the area, as they are part of a guard that Mialana brought, so their backgrounds are basically guards. So
Okay, I'm gonna change their names in here so that Adeline and Kelrick. I also gave you guys control over your NPCs, so you should see their character sheets. What was the Adeline and what?
Kelrick, it's in your DMs if you want to look at it.
Okay, I might have misspelled it for now, but I'm just gonna pop that there. Okay, so Adeline and Kelrick, one of the Emerald Enclave scouts. Anyone else?
Quick question. How many... I guess this is towards Nero. How far is Mantle Dareth from here? From Blingdenstone?
About 6 days of travel.
There's not really a do we want another outpost in between? That wouldn't really make sense, would it?
Tactically, no.
You can use the Stoneheart quarry is pretty big, and it's far enough away from Blingdenstone that it would not be encroaching on any like Blingdenstone territory. You're welcome to use this place as kind of like what would you call it?
An outpost?
Like an outpost. That sounds a little warlike, but like a little in between, you know, just like a little home away from a checkpoint. Thank you. That was a way station, a checkpoint. Excellent. Yeah, we can keep any of your stuff here. We can keep it safe. We can also supply you with any kind of. We can give you elementals. We can give you spell gems. We make magical items here too.
So Nami, I don't know if anyone has explained to you what this expedition is for, but...
No idea. I just know that you saved Blingden Stone from the Pudding King and from the Gold Whiskers, who are now besties with the rest of the citizens.
Besties with the resties?
The besties with the resties.
But they're not BFFs.
What was that?
I said, but they're not BFFs.
No, I think that's you guys.
Yes.
We're BFFs to everyone. I'm so glad to hear everything's going well.
Yeah. So what is this expedition for?
We're going to fight the demon princes.
Said matter-of-factly.
Mm-hmm.
The princes?
At least one of them.
Princes, lords, their hierarchy's very confusing to me.
Yes.
Wait, like the gods?
The
Sagosian saved me.
too.
And they're... Oh dear, we're gonna have to make a lot more earth elementals.
We've already shut down an outpost if you know it.
Well, you probably make sure you fortify yourself, because we've seen a lot of bad stuff here. I mean, we want to make sure you guys are okay. So, yeah, need to.
Is Blingden Stone in danger again?
The underdog is in danger.
Oh.
That's what we're here to try and help. We're here to try and stop it.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
She's gonna pull out a little flask.
Can I have a sip?
It is what would gnomish mushy wine.
Fire whiskey.
It's mushy wine.
Mushy wine.
It's like mushroom wine.
Prosciutto.
Kind of like sake. It's like a mushroom sake.
Oh God. Oh no.
I think Machudo works. I mean, it is a Sims word, I think.
Mushroom.
Yeah, I think it's something they say in The Sims. Machudo.
Well, if we can take over the quarry without stepping on anyone's toes, that would be best. Especially if we're going to be asking for any willing participants in this upcoming fight whenever it happens.
Oh. Like
it might be
like a militia.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can see who's available. I will
say we have a slight lack of spellcasters, so if that could be a higher priority.
We could, I could absolutely send you, with you, a few of my druids and wizards.
That would be helpful.
Would you like some earth elemental summoners?
I think that might be for the best.
All right, I'll go talk to my geomancers and see who's available. I can't promise you a bunch of them, but I can get a peck.
Any can help.
Absolutely. Excellent. I will get right on that. What is the likelihood of death? Just so I know to ask those.
Highly likely.
Highly likely.
Okay, Teodra, have you done the calculations on the death aspect yet?
Yes, well, I think that anybody who encounters a demon lord has about a 95% chance.
Kothar slaps his hand over her mouth. Wonderful! It's not that hard.
Never tell me the odds.
Should I tell them to say goodbye to their families?
Temporarily.
Or should I ask for... so I can either give you veterans who have families or novices who don't have families.
I would make sure that everybody's will and life insurances are updated and in check.
Yes, all of the beneficiaries are in line and everything is
Yes.
sorted before they leave.
I'll
Their
ask...
affairs are in order. No
I'll
outstanding
ask
debts.
that you guys drive a hard bargain, man.
I mean,
You
we'll
guys-
take people with debts. They just.
No,
might
we'll
not
take
be
we'll
able
take
to-
whoever you get.
I
I'm just
mean,
saying,
who
like,
wouldn't who wouldn't?
Make sure to tell them that it's better to fight them, like go out and face them, rather than have them come here and put their family at risk.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I will make sure to bring that up when I tell them that they have a 95% chance of certain madness and death.
We
Excellent.
didn't say that. We just
make
said
sure they
95%.
write down.
It was 92.5%, to be fair.
You're tweaking the math.
Make,
Kotar.
make sure they write down how many miles they
I'm
walk
not
out to the
pushing.
Demon Lord, because they can get a tax rebate on that.
Also mention the thrill of the hunt will be an opportunity for them.
Oh, Lucius, it's nice to see you again. I've never seen you so forward.
Am I backwards? I don't understand.
No, never mind.
No, you're straightforward. You're good.
Excellent.
So,
Is there
will
a
you
curve
be
forward, then?
heading into town, or will you be heading off?
Do
I
we have
believe-
any- Go ahead.
Who's going ahead?
She's just
Anyone.
standing there.
I heard Buff, and then I was talking, so I'm okay. Anyway, I was gonna say, well, I think the plan was to finish setting up the outpost here and then head out first thing in the morning.
All right.
Yes.
Well, okay, I can get things set up here. Are you having dinner here or at BF2? Oh wait, you didn't tell me it was called BF2. Or at your other outpost.
I think here.
He
Okay.
would probably have better food. No offense to Saoirse, but actually she could probably whip up something much. Oh, J Mitch is not with us.
Oh,
His niece is though. You can ask her to pass on your regards to him when
she
returns.
looks visibly disappointed. Well, okay. I will... How many of you will be eating? I might have to send someone up to Blingden Stone to bring back some delivery.
It's DiGiorno.
Some Dijon.
Well, we can mix it
Oh.
up as well because we have some food.
EFF dash.
If you could procure food for 40 people, that would be wonderful.
Okay, I will go ahead and
I don't
take
know.
care of that. All right, you
I don't know
all.
how many
I ate
people we
last-
actually have.
I actually.
I
Oh
ate
yeah.
last week. I'm
Who
good.
who else are you leaving at BF2? There's only 3. There's 2 Furbolgs and a Dwarven Scout.
Oh, at BF2.
Should
Some
some
of the
veterans
blades
stay
do.
behind?
Yeah, some veterans, and then
I'll put 2 of the veterans. And you said a blade scale or 2?
do we also want to put some of the orcs, or are they all following Korra until
I
the
think
very
they're all
end?
following Korra.
We could split them up and then we could change our mind later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Would it be a
course.
that me thing?
Oh, let me put you back in the correct order. It's just you two. Okay. Oh,
Why did it do that?
I
What's that
literally
like?
put you in the right spot, and then it immediately put you back.
No, it's like for some reason my Zoom closed and reopened again within half a second. For some reason, I got no idea why.
I see.
Okay, so I have 2 orcs, 2 blade scales, 2 veterans, 2 furbolgs, and an emerald enclave.
Considering that this outpost was just recently obtained from a actual demon-infested place, we probably want to like actually fortify it very well.
So should you put all the gauntlets, veterans of the gauntlet, maybe?
Yeah, I would probably say all the veterans.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. You're probably more likely.
Reinforcements.
Yeah, that place is a bit sus. It's
Just a bit.
And we have a portal there, so
you have a portal, and it's kind of in a Y area, so or it's like it's more likely to get traffic. It's not as hidden. Your BF1 is very hidden and secluded.
Should we also
I would.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Should we also ask some of the Sword Sisters to stay? Not in Lingdenstone, obviously. They are probably still not super comfortable with Drow, but
Why not?
there's a whole story there.
yeah, there's a big backstory with this town that they don't really like Drow much.
They
There's a
don't
whole
like
history that
they
is-
don't like the Drow that live in Menzoberranzan. Who
Yes.
Wait, so are you saying leave the Sword Sisters at BF2, or this place, Emerald or the Stoneheart Enclave would be BF3?
I leave
Wait.
it up to Yaslin to split them up as.
Are we
chooses.
leaving people at BF3 as you just called it? Like
You don't need to leave anyone here unless you want to. Like if you want someone to be a correspondence back to your other outposts. But we're pretty fortified ourselves. Like this is an established enclave. It's not really sus.
Not highly sus.
Yeah. Your stuff will
could
be.
leave-
Slightly sus.
You could leave like
could
one
leave
person
two of
here to just take care of shit.
We could leave 2 of the Drow at BF2
Okay.
potentially.
Okay. All right. Do you want to leave any of the lizards?
We'll leave 3. Yeah, 2 of the lizards
We do
at
2 and 2 each.
2 and probably 3 at the quarry, just so that they can use stuff to carry back
Yeah.
and forth in case we gain more people.
Okay.
Just imagine the lizards and Sheila coming through that portal into the gnome's office.
Do we want anyone from the Lord's Alliance to go, or does anyone from the Lord's Alliance offer to stay or like get split off
Where at BF2?
at 2 and then at 3?
One of the Lord's Alliance, this spy, will volunteer to stay at the Enclave.
Sure.
As kind of
Did
just.
you want us? Did you want us to name our people?
If you want to. Okay. What else? So you have left in your group is 2 lizards, 3 blade scales, 3 romp boys, Darien, 3 sword sisters, 5 Zendharims, 5 Lord Alliance guards, and a spy, and 2 Emerald Enclave scouts left. So 3, 6, 9, 10. So there's 10.
So for BF2, we probably want to leave the other Emerald Enclaves behind, or at 3. BF3,
Okay.
At Lingdenstone.
Okay.
And then also, I'll leave one of the blade skills there.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want the Lord's Alliance deciding to make some weird deals behind your backs.
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
I will also say these are actually all followers of Lestray, not all Sword Sisters. So
Sure.
Okay.
I will also say, kind of during this like rest of the day that we're here, at some point, Teardra, myself, and Nami would talk about the spell gems. If you want to like solidify kind of that information later, we can. But what I would do is I would purposefully get 6 spell gems of sending, and I would make sure to get 1 to best friends 1 and 1 to best friends 2, 1 to best friends 3, so on each. And I would give it to like whoever the leader is, and I would say, if there's an attack, if there's an ambush, send to Nami, let her know. She will send reinforcements, and she will let us know.
Excellent. What spell level is sending?
3rd.
3rd level spell? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I would try to, if I can, I would try to get 3 extras so I could also give it to the other outpost leaders.
Okay. How many total? You wanted 6, so
6 total.
6 total. Okay. Let's flesh that out off between sessions.
Yeah.
That's actually an excellent idea. It would require you to cast the spell into the stone, so you'd be using spell slots in order to do it.
Yeah. I have 2 more spell slots for today, so I could just do it. I could give enough spell slots to give it to 1 and 2.
Okay. That way. I'll let you do that to start with, and then we can figure out how the rest of it would work. How many gems she would have available, like for you to just go ahead and use, how long it would take, all that. But yeah, so I would say that at least for now, you are able to get a spell gem, 2 spell gems with sending inside, and you setting that up with BF1 and BF2.
Yeah, and then letting Nami know.
Right. Excellent. Are you guys set up?
So.
Cool.
I am satisfied adequately with our reinforcement schedule and regiment.
Excellent. After you all do all this shit, you all meet in the mess hall. You see some other Svirfneblin. The ceiling's super low, so like Lucius, you're kind of ducking a little bit. Nicole, you have to kind of like hunch just a bit. The rest of you are able to kind of walk normally, but it's
Coiled up.
Yeah. And you all kind of just line up on the benches. Shirsha has made use of the kitchens and with the assistance of some of the wizards, has mixed up some meals. You had a delivery from Blingden Stone. And as the delivery people from Blingden Stone bring you sacks of supplies, 2 little figures hop off the back of a cart and run towards you all with their hands open.
Do we know them?
They first rush over. Topsy jump tackles Nicole. She bunk, and this tiny little gnome girl clings on, and then she jumps off and she dinks onto Kothar, and she just starts ding, 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 ding. Oh my gosh, you guys are alive! I thought for sure you were gonna die.
We're not that easy to kill. You should know that by now.
Thank you. A vote of confidence.
Oh, so are you staying? Are you staying? Please say you're staying.
We have to go tomorrow.
Can I come with you?
No. It's too
Not
late.
this time.
But we will be checking back in with people, so you will hear from us still, and know that we're still safe.
Fine. It's all right. I've been working on my potion making, and I brought you this. And she like pulls out something from behind her back with like a little handkerchief, and she goes, "Phew," and the most questionable looking potion you have ever seen is in her hand. She presents it.
That was very creative.
Thank you.
Drink this when the time is the most dire.
Thank you very much, Topsy. You have no idea how much this could help us.
It is gonna be awesome. Everybody make a quick perception real quick.
As this is happening, I just like casually like move my hand and I message over to Teardra and I'm like, what is this?
I have no idea. The
That's what I was
arcane
afraid of.
signature is off the charts.
Custom concoctions.
All right. Yaslin just really wants to be in Kothar's spot. Kothar.
He wants to be the cleric.
As you're looking at that, your eyes shift, and you notice standing by the cart is Turvy, looking kind of distraught, rubbing his little tiny hands.
He starts to like shoot a message over, and he's like, actually, and then he stands up and walks over.
Kothar, where's J-Mitch? You notice that in his little hand, he had a little chef hat, and in his other hand, he had like a bag of terribly made cookies. But he's like kind of hiding them because it seems like his plan is not working.
Yeah. Kothar like kind of sighs and exhales and kneels down, and he says, "You know how J-Mitch took you under his wing and taught you the ways of the baking and the cooking?"
Yeah, I was gonna show him the cookies I made.
Well, there were a lot of people in his home, Gontalgrim, that needed that same guidance. Because between me and you, he like looks around almost like cartoonishly, and he leans in and he says, they were pretty awful at cooking, and they needed J-Mitch to teach him. So he's running a master chef class right now in Gontalgrim, so he couldn't join us.
Make a performance.
Oh God, I don't have a good performance.
I mean, not 20? You notice that as you were talking to him, his eyes were starting to well up. But as you kind of like start being all theatrical and cute about it, he kind of... And then when you say they were all really bad at it, he kind of like goes... J-Mitch had to show him what's up, huh?
Oh yes, he did.
Well...
And as far as I know, it's been a little bit since we've talked, but as far as I know, it's gotten a lot better over there. But
Yaslin... Sorry.
But before he went, he did say something, I recall. And he asked me to deliver a message to you, Topsy.
Oh?
Specifically because he was not happy that he wasn't going to be able to join us on our journey to
This is
Lindenstone.
Turvy. This is Turvy.
Turvy.
Yeah.
I still
We
get them
look-
confused so long.
Like topsy-turvy.
Yeah. He wanted you to know that he was proud of you.
And he shoves the bag. It's like now crumpled. It's like just crumbs at this point. Will you make sure he gets that, please? And then he runs away
Yaslin,
and hides
Yaslin
behind
will
his...
step in and say, do you want to meet his cousin?
Sister?
Sister?
Niece?
I'm not sure.
Niece.
They're
We
cousins.
don't
got
really-
her eventually.
They're cousins.
We don't know what they are.
Yeah, they're
Do
related.
you want to meet? Do you want to meet J-Mitch's cousin?
J-Mitch has a family?
Yes, she's with us as well.
He peeks and he leans and he looks and he sees Sheersha, who has two pans in her hands that are on fire, and she's like, "Get me the water, you bullocks!" It is like just chaos and things are clanging and like gnomes are hollering, and he looks and then he goes, Maybe later. And then he's gonna run over to and hide behind Topsy, who Topsy has been telling Cora, Ron, and the whole and the orcs that have come through a huge story with theatrics about the time that she made an exploding potion.
Nicole is still awkwardly holding her custom concoction, not sure what to do with it.
It's swirling in a weird way. It's in a glass bottle, but it looks like the pressure is quite tight in there. Every once in a while, she looks back at you to make sure that you still have it.
Just gonna very carefully put it away, wrapped up in its own individual parcel.
Remember, use it when the situation is most dire.
Am I supposed to drink it or throw it?
You got this! Anyways, that's when I found the beaker. Okay, you guys have your
Gnomes
dinner.
aren't known for their context.
That's the best thing. Gnomes are known for their context. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's take a quick 5-10 minute break before we head out to Mantle Dareth, unless there is any other business in Blingdenstone you guys would like to do. Real quick, Nomi is going to say that she'll prepare supplies and magical things for you, but they will more likely be ready for you when you come back from Mantle Dareth. So.
We want to try and find Globagul?
He's probably long gone.
He's the
Or
new
not.
Pudding King. What do you mean?
Oh shit.
He's the Jello King now.
He's the.
I can bet money that we should probably have a flashback when Cora gets back to visiting
Agreed.
the Ruby and the Rough and such.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll do that flashback when Cora is here, because I don't think
Yeah.
Elephane is going to be here or next week.
Mm.
So maybe she'll do that when you guys come back
Okay.
from Mantle Dareth.
works.
Because you guys are going to go to Mantle Dareth and then presumably come back here.
Well, we could just say she was there the whole time studying, potentially.
Yeah, Cora decided to spend the night at the Ruby and the Rough, learning,
Sigojin.
hanging out with Jim Jar. Canonically, I don't think any of the citizens of Blingdenstone know that Jim Jar is Sigojin. He's just a weird guy that lives there and hangs around.
Gods are just weird people that hang around. Got it.
Mhm.
Weird people with big power.
Have you not heard of Bahamut?
Have you not heard of yourself?
Not a god. Uh-huh.
Just a dragon.
Try,
Yeah, just a dragon.
try
Nobody
Cora.
knows that.
And wait, Cora thinks that Yaslin is Elistre. She thinks Nero is
Killenvor.
Kalimvor. Is it Kalimvor or Kalemvor?
It's colloquial, you know. It's
Okay.
whatever you want.
It's cloaquial.
It's colloquial.
No.
I why?
No.
Because that sounded like okay.
That was great.
All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
get more
same.
water. BRB.
Radix, do you want to try restarting your Zoom?
It's not Zoom. It's my
Oh,
whole
what's happening?
internet keeps on cutting out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really anything you can do about that then.
No.
Just restart internet. Casually.
The fact is, we're on wireless internet and it sucks.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be back.
Mm-hmm. Hi, chat. You're stuck with me. Are we not starting a riot? Is that what's happening? No riot while the GM's out. DM. Hi, Erudite. Hi, Myken. How is everyone today? We've been taking care of a lot of, uh, fuck with myth. There's a word that I'm thinking of, but I can't think of it. Methodological? No. Menial? Not even, yeah, I guess menial tasks right now. But we will be on our way to Mantle Tirith for the next big thing. I am curious what Scarlet's going to do with our different outposts, though. Hi, Poof.
Hello.
Oh. You built Will based on Nikul, or inspired by Nikul, so he's a paladin warlock with a quarterstaff and a shield? Gosh. I have fallen the trap in my Baldur's Gate 3 game where I have no heavy armor wearers in my party. Everyone's relatively squishy, but they do lots of damage. So, if things die, I don't need armor, right?
Interesting.
Interesting. Are you playing at all, Poop?
I've started. I haven't really played all that much. Been trying to balance between that and Palia.
Yes, I am. I spent way too much time playing Paleo. I started on Friday, and I was talking to Pradix about my levels in Paleo. I was like, I've only been playing 2 days. My highest skill level's 8. Oh, is Poof accepting Paleo friends?
Yeah, I think so. I put Zero on my friends list.
Everyone, not everyone. I run into the trouble whenever I'm able to name my characters. I come up with a name or I use a character name, and therefore nobody can find me. Because
Want to message me your name? I'll add you.
wait, you message me yours, and I will also add you. It will be easier that way, I promise.
Is it the original name you make your character?
It is, yeah, it's the full name of your character.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Okay, I got a little binder to put my... So these are my note things. I just threw these together because my ADHD brain enjoys seeing things in their own boxes. And I'm probably going to reorganize this and make really cute sheets. But for now, I have a little spot for their picture, if that ever comes up, their name, who they're affiliated with, role-play notes for me, and a physical description of what they look like, what their background is, and then like a blank spot for any like continuous notes, like if you're doing quests and stuff for them. I'm just trying to find ways to organize notes better than just blank pages, because I really struggle with retaining information like that.
We also have an app for your iPad. I believe you can like generate NPCs if that's something like NPC personalities.
Oh, cool.
If that's something you struggle with.
So my biggest struggle isn't so much coming up with this shit, it's remembering it for continuity. I got through life just memorizing everything. I was like that ADHD kid who did really good in school because I have a good memory. So I never would study because I'm not good at studying and I'm not good at taking notes, but I just remember because like something would remind me and I go, oh yeah, it was like this. But that only gets you so far in life. That gets you like through high school, and it got me through my college degree because it wasn't a hard college degree. But note taking is something I struggle with, and I follow a lot of accounts on TikTok that are ADHD related, but also I've been following a lot of like stationary art accounts that shows off the little cute like planners and pads and note to-do list stuff that they make, and it's so cute. And I just have been noticing the way they have like little bubbles for different organizational bits, like a journal page that is all separated into all this stuff, like what I did, what the mood is, a little doodle spot, like just like it's separated in such a really neat way. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna try and put this in my life. Bullet journaling too. I've been doing that. So I'm not so dependent on memorizing everything. So we're getting ready to get back into a area. So like the last time we've had like a single location that had like quests and stuff was like Blingdenstone was the last time that we had that. And I'm so excited because Mantle Dareth is a lot like that. And I feel like we've experienced so much since then. So I'm hoping that it'll be better and smoother this time around. All right, let me take some notes. I also forgot to make for you guys the items that I gave you last week. So I'll make sure to get that soon.
Also, I'm missing the griffin feather.
The owlbear feather? I didn't make an item for that. You can make a note of that. Do you know how to make items?
I believe so.
You just click.
It's been a while.
Yeah, because remember, all it does is make it a guaranteed hit. It just can't be a crit. So the biggest reason that you want to input stuff in meticulously into Foundry VTT is if there is a formula. It's like making a macro, right? It's so you don't have to type in a bunch of shit all the time. But if the item doesn't really need any specific role or formula, then you can just like type the description in there, and that would be good enough.
And I don't remember, you said just once a day, right?
Yes. You know what? Let's make it a short rest. Anytime you take a rest, you can spend some of that time to refasten that feather onto one of your arrows.
It may or may not be.
You're fist bumping your kitty cat.
Well, no, I have
Meow.
a treat.
Oh.
She wants the treat.
All right, I'm gonna write down. Okay, so Nami. What should Nami look like? Big glasses.
Does she look
for
like?
some reason, I think of like almost like an accountant.
Yes.
The typical like accountant look, like older woman who works in an accountant who's very like high energy and like very chipper. Doesn't really understand like the newfangled ways of the youngins, but tries her best to understand.
Yeah.
To deal with it.
She's very nice. But definitely doesn't understand, but it's like, oh, that's awesome. It'd be like explaining to your very open-minded 90-year-old aunt what it means to be transgender and her having no idea what that means, but being like, okay, dearie.
Pat, pat, pat.
Yeah.
Want some cookies?
What makes you happy? Let's see, cute and nerdy. Elderly. High energy. I also built these little pages they don't have lines built into them because I like kind of free form writing. Let's see.
Do you draw pictures on those sheets?
I left a spot for like their portrait if I want to do a doodle. But so my plan is to actually make more structured versions of these, maybe with a nice cute little border, like a little artistic. And for the portrait spot, you could like put a sticker there.
Ah.
So I might like print stickers.
What if you ever end up doing the sticker idea for all of our characters, what if you also include like one of those sheets for all of our characters?
I think that's a really cool idea. Like a little portrait, just a little square, rounded edged.
A portrait and then like a little about me section.
Yeah. And I have seen artists make some badass they look like illustrated character sheets. They're like custom character sheets that have just like motifs of whatever the art style is. And we don't play games live, so it's stuff like that is more for like people who play in person. But I got to play my first in-person game last week.
Nice.
It was.
How was it?
It was so
What dice
fun.
did you use?
A bunch. Everything that was in here. So,
Yeah.
all of my nice, pretty dice. I played my PC Snow, but I changed her up a little bit so that she was ranged she was a melee ranger at first because I was trying something new. I switched her to ranged ranger, archery ranger with sharpshooter.
Ooh.
And holy shit, she does a lot of damage. Everyone was jealous of my iPad poof. I had it set up. I had it just set up right in front of me, my character, and I had my character sheet on D&D Beyond. So it was right there for me to like do all this stuff. It was so awesome. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to like write notes. Okay, so Nami is going to.
Also, if you're doing note taking, you want to check my description of the owl bear feather just to make sure it's
Oh yeah. Where did you put it?
in my character sheet in the inventory.
Okay, let me open that up real quick. Delicious. Magical owlbear feather. Feather gives you Dorian. Expects the feather one of your arrows. This will give a property of a guarantee hit once per day, but it cannot crit if used this way. Regain charge after a long or short rest. Yeah. Did I miss the genital customization, or is that just Baldur's Gate? We did that during our off-stream session 0.
Wait, we did? Oh shit.
We did.
I made sure everyone list intimate details about their P or their
Makes it
V
sound
or their C.
really bad.
All right, it's going to.
So, talking about Baldur's Gate quickly, not that subject of it, but I've noticed that Baldur's Gate 2 had a completely different way of dealing with memorized spells. Is that how D&D uses it now, like the playing Baldur's Gate 3, or is it like Baldur's Gate 2 if you played it?
I've never played Baldur's Gate 2. What is going on in Baldur's Gate 3 that is strange to you?
So in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, memorizing spells, you'd have to memorize each individual spell slot. So like you would have to memorize to have 5 magic missiles if you wanted magic missile 5 times.
Oh yeah, that's like
that's
how
been
it was
done
in.
away with.
That was like the
In
3.5, maybe 3rd edition. That's how Pathfinder works right now.
Yeah, because that's the reason I didn't like wizards, because of that. And
Yeah,
clerics,
you have
because-
to have
don't do that
foresight.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was, I think,
Some
it was very you had to very limited a lot. Of
So some people really hate that mechanic, and that mechanic does exist in Pathfinder. I actually like that mechanic because it creates an additional type of spellcaster, because you do have spellcasters that don't have to do that. They can, as long as they have the spell slot, they could cast the spell at whatever spell slot. They can upcast it if they want to. They just don't have as many spell slots. And then you have the prepared spellcasters, which you have to prepare 2 burning hands and 3 sleeps if that's what you want to use, but they do have access to more spell slots. So I just think it gives a variety. It creates a bigger variety of spellcasters. Also, that it gives room for the signature spell. A lot of the spellcasters that are prepared get to pick a signature spell that they can upcast if they want to, and it's kind of like, this is a spell that I'm really good at. So I actually think that that is really cool.
Well, I think in the newer system, like 3.5 and above, it actually makes sorcerers less viable in some way. Or not less viable, but less unique. Because like that was one of the good things in Baldur's Gate 2. I think they had sorcerers.
Well,
Yeah, they did.
sorcerers in 5e, in my opinion, could use with a few more features.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that was its good thing in Baldur's Gate 2, is the fact that you just had spell slots, you use whatever you want. And now it's like you can do that with any caster.
Right.
As
Yes.
long as it's
I think, like,
prepared spell already.
so the thing that's supposed to make sorcerers really cool is the meta magic and the sorcery points, but I don't think that there's enough. I don't think it's enough. I think they need something else.
I think it is. It does feel a bit limited, like because it tapers off at the end as well. Like you look at the list, that you get less as you go up, and it just feels like not good from what I've seen.
I mean, so I think also, like, in D&D, sorcerers by themselves without their spell subclass is pretty lame compared to other just class without their subclass. It's their subclasses that make the sorcerers kind of interesting. They're very diverse. Like wild magic is obviously way different than draconic soul, which is way different from clockwork soul. So I think the sorcerers are given purpose with their subclass, but I do think that the base sorcerer, like, even if they just learned more spells, like had access to more spells, that would be... That was fast. Honey. I just asked him if he could order alcohol, and I thought it was going to be hours, and then he just showed up with a whiskey.
Nice.
Babe!
Just more proof that Steven's behind inner workings.
I couldn't do this
I like how
without
he
Steven.
used chat for on your lap to tell you.
I love him so much. I would die for this man. Sorry. Anyways, what was I saying? Sorcerers, they could use a little bit of improvement. They could use a little bit of improvement.
Like I don't know about the other subclasses, but I do know that divine soul sorcerers, they get 1 extra spell given. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't get enough spells, so it's like they're limited. If their feature, if they had like, you know what would help is, you know how different clerics get additional spells depending on their, like, that they're always prepared. I think that sorcerers should have something like that. Like, they get additional always learned, always. Like, if you're a shadow sorcerer, not only do you get to pick your spell from the arcane list, or I guess the sorcerer list, you also get 2 of these shadowy spells per.
It is now Adver Pathfinder 2nd edition, where you get focus spells for every class.
Dude, that's amazing. The okay. I know Kothar isn't, or I know JTC isn't going to be available, but okay, we're playing Pathfinder this Thursday. Can we please?
Aw.
I'll definitely be up for it.
Okay. I think I want to do some Oops All Tieflings. Oops All Tieflings. Because Sabina has a banana fused to her neck, and that needs to be resolved.
One day I'll get to introduce my tiefling character for that.
I know.
He's been sitting in my back pocket for like the past 8 months or however long it's been.
I know. It's because I just happened to plan my games on the day you did. I'm sorry. Thursday's like it's the only day that I was able to like guarantee.
Yeah.
Okay. Are y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Okay, I have some. Okay, so Nomi is a gnome. The Stoneheart Enclave. She's cute and nerdy, elderly and high energy. She's got big glasses and she looks like an accountant. She runs the Stoneheart Enclave. Expert on Earth Elementals. And she's going to create spell gems with the Sending spell. I have that note. I'm so excited about this little notebook. Holy shit. And then offers to give geomancers. Okay, so
She just did her taxes.
That's right.
Just did her taxes.
She just did her taxes.
Without TurboTax.
Yeah.
That's why it took so
The
long.
Digomatics are expecting her to file those soon. And
Yeah,
now
what part of the year are we in?
it's the 3rd quarter.
Oh shit. Her taxes are late. Did
She files quarterly.
Okay, for her business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She is a small business owner. Actually, a little fun piece of information. She is not in charge of the Emerald or the Stoneheart Enclave. She's temporarily looking over the place while her supervisor is out of town. And her supervisor has weirdly not returned.
In the 2 months that we were gone.
Yeah, it's so weird. In fact, everyone just do a quick perception check. I want to see who notices.
I was gonna say, should we ask about that?
Out of town.
Permanently.
She's the only one who knows where they went.
Oh boy.
Sorry, my game's a little bit laggy. It took me a while to get in.
Okay, Yaslin, you have noticed that at the desk where Nami is, you see the little plaque with the name actually says Yantha Coaxrock. And you notice that there's like little like certificates on the wall, like in frames that say Yantha Coaxrock.
Who's Coaxrock?
Oh, Yantha. Oh, she's my supervisor.
So this is her office?
Yes, I've been basically running the show until she gets back, whenever that is.
From where?
She said that she had business in Mantle Dareth, but that was a while ago.
Has
How long
anyone
ago?
been to Mantle Dareth recently that we know of?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, do you know of anyone who has come back from Mantle Dareth?
It's not really a place that we really typically go to and from very often. I just know that Yantha said she had some special business there, and once in a while, if we need some very, very rare, hard to get black market off the taxes kind of stuff, that's typically where she goes. She does have a contact there. In fact, I would really appreciate it if you could just keep that between us, because I don't know how the Digomatics would feel about getting involved with the Black Network. No
Yes.
offense. And she kind of like gestures at Nero, who I'm pretty sure is wearing Zentaran attire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like,
What was the name again?
why
I
would-
want to write it down.
I'll type it. I'll type it.
Oh, thank you.
Yantha.
he just goes, why would that be offensive?
Oh, you know, some people find that shady dealings and smuggling and, you know, illegal contraband is distasteful.
Yes. Yes, they do. But I don't.
Hey, I think that we have gotten some wonderful artifacts that have truly helped the Stoneheart Enclave, and they typically will buy some of our more rare spell gems. So it's a good relationship, but it's one that isn't best spoken about too openly. There are some Zentarim who have been participated in less than savory practices that most people find distasteful.
I guess we'll have a
Yes.
look and see if she's okay and while we go there.
Oh yeah, are you going to Mantle Dareth?
Aren't we? Is that where we're going? Was that another
Yeah.
place?
Yes.
Yes, we are going to the Mantle Death.
Oh, well, yeah, if you see her, tell her that the taxes are done, and I keep, letting her dad know that she's here and just busy, and I can only stave him off for so long.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, taxes done. Dad is annoying.
He's always asking for money.
I know how that is.
You hear in the back of your head a little.
Should not ask children for money.
Your thing pulsates. I heard that, Kurtz.
Oh no, that's also Nicole. As does that.
All right, 1 second. As you say that, Tidra kind of flashes you a look. She's like, "That's right, because I'm supposed to ask you for money."
Do you not get enough from the family?
Oh, I'm kind of in charge of that, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, father, would you like some money? She starts like cheesily opening up her coin purse and pulls out like some silver pieces. Would you like to get an ice cream?
I don't think I ever did that with you. Did you learn that from someone else?
Oh, I just saw some of the kids in Gauntlgrim acting like that. No,
I
for my
won't
entire
teach you
life,
how-
I thought you were my big brother.
I won't teach you how to raise your own children, but
That's
Don't do
probably
that.
because we won't remember. Oh, yeah, I can raise my own. Thank you very much. She kind of looked at everyone like she almost said something out of turn. Anyways,
Insight check. No, I'm just kidding.
well, this is the first time anyone has she said that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Insight check, natural 20. I know everything.
Tedrah says some pretty out of pocket stuff sometimes that I feel like a lot of you are kind of used to her quirky little weird comments.
Yasin will go over to Nicole and say, "Kids can be such a handful, can't they?"
Yes, the older ones, when they get older, they get even more difficult sometimes.
That's why we didn't bring ours.
I actually want to take this moment to take Kothar aside if you guys are done with your conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say to Kothar, I'll go, hey, you back there, you said something, and I don't think you were telling the truth.
Is this about Turvey?
Yeah. You said that there was a dwarf named Jamich that was doing a master class in Gontalgrim. But I checked the community board every day and I never saw any postings.
Kothar like rubs his temples. And he says, look. He's a child.
Jamich is a child?
No.
Oh.
Turvey is a child.
Yes.
And sometimes the truth just hurts too much. Especially for a child to bear.
Oh.
If Turvey was older, it would have been different, but
How old are they?
They're like 7 or
like-
8.
yeah. They're barely
They're
7.
little kids.
How old do aunties get? 'Cause I don't think I've explored how old I would be yet.
Nero?
Yeah.
Would you say Nero is a young adult or like would you say Nero is...
I would say 30s, because the average lifespan of Wanti is like
It's a human. Okay. So you would say that, yeah, I think like he acts like a guy in his 30s. Like he's not old, but he definitely has experienced enough life to be pretty comfortable navigating life.
It's just in my culture, at least the way I was growing up, is truths are uncomfortable. Yes, but they are necessary for the advancement of society and life. And
Only some truths are necessary.
so
Besides,
you feel
those two children have been through a lot.
So you feel that due to circumstances, some truths should be hidden rather than revealed.
Kothar almost like squints his eyes at Nero.
Nero's not blinking, and like the slits of his eyes actually like dilate as he's asking the question.
Why do you ask?
I'm just curious. I'm wondering if you feel this way.
You're asking if I feel this way about children who've lost their parents in a horrific accident and had to witness the corpses of their parents?
Not that context, but I'm asking in certain contexts is the truth should be concealed.
In the context that I just mentioned, yes.
I agree. I'm glad we agree.
I am too.
I go to like punch you on the shoulder, and then I remember, and then I'm like, "You're cool."
Awkward 30-year-old finger guns.
Oh god. There is something about being in your 30s that you actually regress to slightly more awkward because you stop caring what other people think of you. And so the mask slips just enough for the awkward
Yuan-Ti finger guns.
Yeah.
At least you don't start yelling Cowabunga or something like that. Gaslin will go up to Nomi and ask, do you know where Baphomet is from here?
Do I know where Baphomet is from here?
Yeah, like how far it is.
Baphomet is the demon god of Minotaurs.
No, the Maze of Baphomet.
Oh! Are you
Yeah, do you know what
talking
that is,
about the labyrinth?
That would be it. Yeah.
Okay, labyrinth is not. Baphomet is a demon god who lives in demon hell. The labyrinth.
My favorite.
Hold
As
on.
opposed to normal hell, which is not reserved for any demons.
No, normal hell is where the devils live. I have
Yeah.
a very large map, and she's gonna pop. I should upload the map of the Underdark for you guys. Okay. So, I'm actually gonna pop this up so I can make sure everybody can see. Okay, so this is the Dark Lake, right? Right here. Boop, boop, boop,
Yep.
boop, boop. And we are down here by the Dark Lake. Here's Gottelgrim. Here are we. This entire region, which is about twice the size of the Dark Lake, is called the Labyrinth. And it is called that because it's basically like a natural maze. That whole region, it's like an entire region. And it's just very crisscrossy. It's very hard to navigate, but there's lots of settlements there. People live there. Baphomet, as far as I know, lives in Baphomet land, which is on another plane of existence. At least I hope so, but you did say that you came here to kill a demon lord, and now I'm a little nervous. Is there something I need to know about Baphomet?
Don't go there.
Don't go to where?
The labyrinth.
Oh, I wasn't planning on it. That's very far away. That's like months and months of travel, and there's literally no interesting cities there. All the interesting cities are around the Dark Lake, actually, and I plan on keeping my boots right here. But now I'm a little stressed out.
Yeah, I have a feeling there's something bad going on there, but we haven't actually got concrete details yet. So
Well, if you want any more information on the labyrinth, I could always go get a book for you about the Underdark, and maybe it will enlighten you and give you some information. And she's gonna rush over to like a big bookcase that's in the office, and she's gonna like kind of poke around, and she'll procure a book that just seems to be like a general Underdark, like the geography of the Underdark kind of book.
thank you very much.
You're very welcome. The way this book will work is if you're looking for any specific information, you could spend time, like downtime, like checking through it, and then I, the DM, will tell you if you find anything interesting.
Okay, I'll actually add that to my inventory then.
Cool. Make sure you bring that back before Yantha gets here. I'm pretty sure that she really likes books. Actually, if you don't bring it back, just don't tell her I gave it to you.
Gave me what?
I love you. Anyways. Okay, you all spend the night. You hang out. 3 geomancers will approach Nakul. They will give you a bow and basically offer to join your coalition.
He will accept, but also specify that he will. He would like to confer with the rest of the teammates. Are we bringing everyone with us to Mantle Dareth?
That's a good question. Are you bringing everyone to Mantle Dareth, or are you going to leave them between BF2, BF3 until you get back?
Zentarum are coming.
Regardless.
Regardless, yes.
Okay.
If we can
We
limit
do not-
casualties, the more we can limit casualties, I think the better it is.
Well, if we're coming back here, we can probably leave most people here to
Okay.
rest and relax and help out the people as well. If they're needing.
Yeah, you can send them to help Blingden Stone continue to clear out all of the rubble.
Yeah.
Yay. So the Zentarum are coming. So I suppose we're bringing the last 20 people with us? 24 people?
Wait. You're bringing the Zentarum, which is 5. Are you gonna leave everyone else?
Are we leaving everyone else is my question.
I think
For everyone.
I think so, yes, until we come back and continue our journey. And then we can
Alright.
continue.
Nero, you consider, like, just the vibe of Mantle Dareth, and you do think that that would be a good idea. You think that your superior, whose name I've already forgotten, that I gave you, Deloc, so-and-so Deloc, would be a little uncomfortable with an entire expedition knowing, that the location of Mantle Dareth is a well-kept secret, and the fewer people who know about it, the better. So that's why you're comfortable bringing the Zentarum with you, but definitely would prefer that if this is a safe place to stay, rest up, it would increase the morale, because now you can let the people who have been hanging out at BF 1 and 2 to come and enjoy a drink at the tavern with Tappy every once in a while and have some comforts.
Yes, I think Zentarum will be enough.
None of the others. Okay. That works.
The
like-
orcs are gonna love hanging out at the Ruby and the Rough.
It's gonna be super shiny. Should we see if there's anyone else that would like to come with us of their own free will? Or are we telling all of them to stay? I don't know if there's anyone else in the groups that need to come with us.
As your DM, it's totally up to you. You will presumably, at least unless you guys decide to do otherwise, the plan would be to hit up Mantle Dareth and come right back.
Okay, let's do that then.
Okay. You, all of you hold meetings, confer with your expedition, the plan. You set up a teleporter schedule that's not too obvious, but regular enough that you set up a system. If you want to come up with something cute and clever off between sessions, that's cool. But you set up a system for free distribution of supplies and connections so that none of your expedition members go bananas. And you're also kind of relieved that you now have access to the Enclave, because that means you have access to civilization and healing and support if you need it. And then you all kind of like pack up. Are you bringing your 2 lizards with you? Carry your supplies.
To carry our burdens, yeah.
Your camping supplies.
If we're not taking as many people, we probably should take lizards just to bring back anything we need.
Yeah.
You bring your lizards, named Mike and Ike. Mike and Ike the lizards.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Mike and Ike. That just sounds so bizarre.
You've never heard that before?
Yeah, Aslan.
Oh, I didn't. I thought that was you. Hold on.
The immersion's too deep.
I know. I'm sorry. And you start heading south towards the Dark Lake. You travel. What is the face that Nero's making? Oh, you're yawning. I thought you were going.
That was me yawning and trying to be muted, and
you
draw any attention to myself.
I thought you were pogging me right now.
Hog jam.
You were
Yes,
pogging.
that's better.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's
So
go with that.
Let's go to Mount Eldareth.
holy, I know, you look so excited. All right, as you head down there, I'm gonna do something that I've been meaning to try, because I picked up this trick in that IRL game that I got to be in. I'm gonna.
Oh, she's getting your dice. I don't like this.
No, it's awesome. It's fine. We're gonna roll on the random counter in table.
Okay.
So
Random encounter.
So you're going to be traveling for 6 days. I'm going to roll for an encounter after the 3rd day, okay? So,
Encounter Shusha.
nope. After 3 days, you're traveling. You feel like you're kind of sloping downwards. You're definitely headed in kind of a downward slope. After 3 days, it's just rocky, barren, following major roads, twisting, and then at some point Nero is going to like take you off a more like backwater looking pathway. You pass the occasional like mushroom farm or small like ma and pop quarry or mine. Though as you continue, you start to notice that you'll see like a patch of fungi that has that, oh, what was it called? The creepy fungus. Let me find it. The Timasks. The devil's mushroom. The Timasks growing in like greater number. Like you, it's kind of like, whoa, we usually don't see like a whole bunch like that. It's a little unnerving. Kothar, how do you react every time you see a patch of this?
Oh, was this the one that I made my mouth water?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely it is.
His eyes are just like wide. Like,
like if you would like to, you can harvest it.
I don't think I will, just because of the company that I currently keep.
You resist.
Yeah.
Roll for resistance.
And then every once in a while, you will come across a verdant patch of fungi being completely overtaken by slime. And you can see that the slime is like dissolving the mushroom patches. And it almost gives off a vibe that these two forces of nature or unnature are fighting each other.
Oh no.
Don't oh no. Everything is fine. You travel for another 2.5 days. And at the end... Wait, where did it go? Okay. And at the end of the 3rd day... you see the ground kind of slope inwards and the path stop. And then what appears to be... Actually, everyone make a nature check for me.
One.
Oh God, you guys need a druid.
I mean, we had one.
All right, everything looks fine. How do you proceed?
Yasmin needs that helmet from Baldur's Gate 3 that increases it into like up to 17 because at the
Guess
moment,
we just keep walking. I mean,
Okay.
if everything's fine, we just keep going.
Yeah,
Is
you
everything
keep
up here
walking.
fine, or
Yeah.
is it just like we don't know what's going on?
It's just the road kind of goes like that.
All right, we keep going.
As you start walking, you suddenly realize that your feet drag and you step and the ground is spongy. It's sandy. And your feet get kind of, and then suddenly all around all of you, the sediment, the dry sediment starts to shift and sink. And you all start getting dragged to the center. You have stepped into a sinkhole.
Is it full of like quicksand?
Yeah, it's like quicksand.
I cast water walk.
Yeah.
Does
It's
water
gonna be
walk
considered
work?
liquid.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not
It works
liquid.
on-
Quicksand.
I think it
It's considered
specifically calls
liquid.
out. Let me see. I think it specifically calls out quicksand,
It does.
such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand.
Okay.
I
Good.
just boom.
You pop up to the top and you see the lizards, Mike and Ike. Oh, there's something else going on. What is that? Wait,
Oh my-
you just put water walk on
Yeah, what-
yourself, right?
No, it's 10 people. So it's just everyone
Oh.
around me, like the nearest 9 other people, just get it.
Okay, so all the players,
Whoa.
all 6 of you get it, and then 4 of the Zentarum.
I mean,
Can
are
I-
there more people like
Poor lizards.
sinking?
I grab
Everybody.
I grab one of the sinking Zentarum, and then I use a key point to step of the wind and jump out.
Okay, you rescue one of your Zentarum. You get to the other side.
Yeah. Then I go
How
back
many-
down to rescue the others.
Yeah, how many?
Oh,
are
that's
currently, like-
everybody. Okay, so just the
Well,
That's
lizards are.
everyone except for the 2 lizards.
Yeah, so the lizards start, who have all your supplies, start being dragged towards the center. And you notice on the walls little skittering around you, watching eagerly, carrion crawlers. Snapping their little, they look like centipedes. Watching you get dragged anxiously.
I mean,
We
I
have
would
to
cast
spin
water
the
walk.
lizards.
I would cast water walk again on the lizards.
They resurface, and please make an animal handling check as they start panicking. Or as they have been panicking.
Does anyone want to help me? Give me advantage.
Or does, if anybody
Yeah.
wants to go
I'm gonna
and...
cast animal friendship.
They're still, like, just because you're friends with it, it...
Everybody needs a friend.
Okay.
Does our,
It helps. It
our
helps.
ranger has stepped away.
Ranger,
It's okay.
help!
Ranger, help!
It looks at you, and it's like, now make an animal handling check with advantage, as now it trusts you.
Okay.
But it's still panicked as it was just being sucked into some lovely.
19.
You slither on over and grab it by the bridle, and you hiss at it in a. Your tongue is the same kind of tongue it has, so you start just going.
Yeah.
You say like you're the goodest boy, the bestest of boy. I feel like to Nero, something like a giant lizard would be very similar to like a dog.
Yeah.
Maybe not as like useful as a dog, but you have that connection. you
Nero,
know?
yeah, Nero's just like, your scales are extra shiny today. Like
Well, you, as someone who has scales, you know how to touch scales
yeah,
in a way
exactly.
that's comforting. It like looks at you, it like its lizardy eyes lock with yours. You feel it and you carefully lead it away from the sink pit. The carrion crawlers above kind of click in disappointment, but stay back.
At
And
least they're not spiders.
for now.
Uh,
So, you make camp. Nero, you know that you will be arriving at Mantle Dareth soon. if I could find my chapter of Mantle Dareth. Mantle Dareth is an outpost that is carved into a giant pillar of stone, kind of like when a stalactite and a stalagmite meet, except town sized, and that it bursts out of the dark lake. In fact, I have a cool picture of it.
We love pictures.
I know. Okay. So does this even make sense? Does this register? Mm-hmm. This is like a pillar. So this is
not really.
Not really?
Oh, I full screened you. Yeah, now it works.
Okay. Okay, see how it's like the little lights? It's because it's like a little city. Okay. Now, Nero, you know that you know which entrance you want to take them through. There is a secret path kind of under the dark lake and then up through a fissure. You also know that there are secret entrances.
Yeah, I'm going to take him to one of the secret entrances that I know is accommodating for like a supply route for like the lizards and stuff. And I'll knock on it. I'm picturing it is it's just like
there is so basically, yeah. So this is how it is going to be. There is a path. Mm-hmm. You're going to go up a fissure. Boop, 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 boop. There's like water trickling down, waterfall. It's like the dark lake is like emptying into this fissure that drops down to the fucking bottom, lowest pit of hell. You have no idea. You go up the fissure and then across. It's like a walkway against the wall. It's only like wide enough for one person. It's quite intimidating and it's very slippery and wet. You know that along this wall is a secret entrance, a stone door that is completely camouflaged with the wall. And it has been a while since you've been here. So you're going to need to make a check to find it. Right. I need you guys to make a perception check to recognize the door. Thank you, Dean.
I need help.
I'm sorry. Make it with advantage, Nero.
Okay.
Oh.
I need help.
Are we all making this check?
Nero explains to you, we gotta find a rock.
Guys, we're looking for a rock, but not just any rock. A shiny rock, but it's not shiny.
Kothar,
it's like a eroded rock.
Kothar, you're dragging your fingers across the face of this cliff while trying not to fall backwards into a bottomless pit. And
don't die.
Your fingers feel a seam, and just as your fingers touch a seam, Yaslin goes, "Oh, there's something glowing over there." Yaslin, you see the outline of a rounded door.
Is that it over there?
I think so. But how do I open it?
Nero, you know that this door is locked by an arcane lock spell, and you need to speak the password. So please roll a history check with advantage to see if you remember the password.
Oh, yeah, of course Nero's going to remember the password. There's no way he wouldn't.
Is Nero one of the types to write down the password?
No, Nero would never write down a secret password. He would commit it to memory and would never write it down physically.
Okay, the Nero just got a fucking nat 20. I'm giving you all the passwords forever. Okay? Yeah. Hold on, let me DM you so you can have the pleasure of leading everyone, because you are so into his fucking cool.
Little brain castle and like ruffles through his files of secret passwords, and is like, and it's like Mantle Dareth password number 4. and he's like, Zaretsu. Sure, whatever the password is.
Yeah. Hold on.
I didn't realize detect magic was concentration.
Yeah.
Okay, because you got a nat 20, I'm giving you a little bit of extra information.
Ooh.
Guys, this is so fun. Also, that like random encounter was like 10 seconds long, but it was actually really fun.
That was a lot of fun.
I should have done Clone of Cold on it.
Nicole has nothing other than a way to get out by himself.
Oh, Yaslin could have done Levitate on herself, but she wants to save others.
Okay.
Is that
Yes. I will say Inyat at the door.
The
And I will
door.
stroke it down the center.
Oof. So alluring. It trembles, shifts, some sediment falls, and then it just goes. And a long tunnel before you. You know that you are about to enter Mantle Dareth. So if you want to give a pep talk of how to behave and how to the proper...
I look at all the Zentarum, I go, you guys already know.
They go...
Mm-hmm. And I go, for the rest of you, this is a secret. Place emphasis on secret. In fact, sending us 5 in here, 6 including me, is it could be considered inappropriate or harmful to the secrets of Mantle Dareth. So act like you're supposed to be here. If anybody calls you out, don't say much. The less the better. It's very much everybody's trying to get information out of everybody. Everybody's testing everybody's information.
Also,
defenses.
Nero, you are fiercely loyal to the Zentarum, and you know that the other factions here are the Deep Gnomes, the Svirfneblin, the Deep Dwarves, the Duergar, and Drow. And while you all have like a peaceful existence here, they are definitely separate consortiums that are trying to get the better deal. So you would definitely hope that your party has loyalty. Like, don't give the other groups any attention or any information that they don't know. Don't undermine us, Zentarum.
Right. Don't undermine the Zentarum. Don't undermine anybody. Just kind of keep to yourself. The less secrets, the less people know about you and what you know, the better.
Are there any followers of Illustra in here, do you know? Or are they all followers of the Spider Bitch?
Feel free to ask.
Don't know if I should.
Most people won't tell you what they are or who they go for.
Will we? I assume we'll stick out looking like the way we do.
That's what I was trying to work out. Should I try to blend in with the other drow?
I think it might be safer if you blend.
The less
with
conspicuous, the better.
Zentarum.
Right. I mean,
do
even
you,
for
do you have
Zentarum,
extra
yes.
Zentarum badges to give everybody?
I can give you badges. It's just, it's still not gonna look like you know. We're all a bunch of colorful characters here.
Nicole's going to cast disguise self, and mimic B2.
Do you just look like B2?
I just look like B2.
Okay. You look like the most average looking male human that ever was.
I'm so glad you don't actually look like that.
There's nothing wrong with the way that he looks.
No, there's nothing wrong. It's just so painfully average.
That's why he's never made it to B1.
You have to have looks to get to B.
He's just too average. He's never excelled.
Wait, sorry. How does B2 talk again?
He kind of talks rough.
Yeah, he tries to sound rough, but it just comes off sad.
He's trying to be tough.
He's trying his best.
I'm trying. I can't really talk like this.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Is anyone else?
You captured his personality entirely.
Oh my gods.
It won't hurt my voice too much. It'll be fine. I'll probably forget.
It's okay. This is so amazing. I'm so excited for Mantle Dareth, everybody.
And the rest of you.
Okay. Anyone else disguising themselves, or are you just going in as is?
Well, I don't think Yasmin has any of the brow clothes. I think at one point all her clothes got destroyed. So yeah, because she was walking around naked for a bit before she got the vestments.
I guess I would.
Yeah, you have
So...
machine shirt though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You purposely.
I guess I'm purposefully hiding my holy symbol
Okay.
so people don't see it.
Okay. Again, you guys know the purpose of this place is so that people can trade without any like judgments or political conflicts. So even like Yaslin, even if there are drow here, they're not here on behalf of Menzoberranzan. They're here in spite of Menzoberranzan. They might be citizens of there, but they are like totally down to
clown.
They're down to collaborate and trade with people who do not like align with their
Should be cautious of spies.
Oh, you should definitely be cautious. Because I'm about to turn your whole world upside down. You approach you approach the next door, Nero.
All right. Do I know where this door leads?
To the main city. Not city. The main, okay, so it's not a city. It's like an outpost. To the main marketplace.
I look at the stone in front of me, and I kind of like trace out like a maze with my tail. And then I whisper, Belairn.
The door slowly opens, and Nero, you are perfectly ready to expect the normally quiet outpost, though as the door opens, you look down the tunnel. You find the normally quiet outpost in total chaos. The trench, there is a trench that bisects an enormous cavern with a 30-foot-high ceiling supported by naturally formed stone columns. Continual flame spells cast on stone lamp posts reflect off of crystals embedded in the walls and ceilings, illuminating myriad fountains, waterfalls, streams, and pools. Water drips from the stalactites onto other leather tarps, covering clusters of merchant stalls west and east of the trench. Beyond this marketplace are well-tended gardens of molten fungi, crystal walkways, and stone bridges. The tranquil beauty of Mantle Dareth is undone by the sounds of combat to the northeast, where you hear thunderous boom of metal against stone and the panics for Neblin running from an 8-foot-tall Durgar. And that is where we're gonna end tonight.
What?
What?
Whoa.
So
Okay.
you guys basically see this beautiful, like, underground aquatic. It's like the Zora's domain down here. Completely just a bunch of deep gnomes going, "Ah!" and a giant 8-foot-tall Durgar going, "Ah!" And Nero, you're like, what the fuck? Scene.
Didn't
My God.
Yusha and Scrag come here as well?
That is a question to find out next time on
Next
Out
time.
of the Abyss.
Yeah, we
No,
never
I'm
get to
sorry.
see it.
Ay! Today was super
Okay.
chill, but it was super fun.
That was fun.
let's do golden buzzers. Kothar.
I gotta give mine to Nicole for turning into the perfectly average B2.
Nicole.
Come back to me.
Lucius.
I want to give mine to Kothar for that amazingly touching story about J-Mitch to Topsy, Kirby.
Yaslin.
Kirby, I think it was.
It was
Kothar for the same reason, but also Waterwall.
Nero.
Kothar. Well, my dog's trying to kill me. All right, we're good.
Nicole.
Kothar. Kothar for Turvy and for conversations with Nero. Always fun.
Nero
Nicole.
for the totally not confronting Kothar about secrets, but for a different reason.
All right. Excellent. Yeah. Today was like a lot of like housekeeping, setting up your outposts, planning shit, but now we have a whole chapter to get through. That means
I only ask this because like we need to know with like Cora and stuff. Is this area a whole chapter, or is it like a whole chapter from here till when we go back to the what's it called, Blingdenstone?
the parts in between are not chapters. Chapters are just contained to like this area.
Okay, because yeah, it's just we said we were just trying to say Cora might be staying there.
Oh no, Cora's here.
No,
Cora's not staying there. No. Cora's here. You're
Okay.
gonna be here. This is like has as much content as like
That's what I was
Gracklestug.
asking.
Yeah.
Oh, great. We're probably going to destroy this place as well.
Don't.
Mental
alive
death,
and well.
no.
Oh. Ooh, actually I have something fun I want to do. Everybody
Clap your hands.
roll. Let me see what I want you to roll. Just give me 1 second. Roll. Roll an intellect saving throw.
Oh, what?
Everyone's within range of me.
No, this is separate.
This is separate?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is separate.
The dice went all the way to 18 and then rolled into a 5. That was so sad.
I'm actually scared to roll. Oh my god.
You better be.
Oh,
Oh!
We are not
God.
intelligent.
We are,
Dead.
we are not intellect based.
Okay, let me
I mean, even if we
see.
were with our rolls, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna send a couple of you a message for next week.
Just a couple.
Just a few of you. Okay, let me type this out real quick.
In the meantime, everybody go check out Streamloots. If you guys weren't participating for it today, that's okay. It was a chill day. But next week, you guys can go to streamloots.com/scarlet64. And you can go to Streamloots and you can click on Streamloots and you can say, hey, I want to affect the game. And you can.
And
Don't
you
want to do
guys
that?
can use-
You wanted to get coffee instead? Use
Yeah.
code SCARLET at checkout to get your coffee brand coffee at coffeebrandcoffee.com. Link in chat.
You're amazing.
Hey, did you guys miss an episode of Out of the Abyss? Want to watch more? Go to youtube.com/scarlet64 or the Scarlet DM. Sorry, the Scarlet DM. And you can watch full VODs of us basically doing all this shit. But crazy.
But crazy. I'm almost
And if you
done.
want free maps, tokens, and other assets, check out the Ko-fi. Is it coffee? Ko-fi? I don't know. Who cares? Go check out the link.
either.
Maybe it'll tell you there. Who knows?
I think I'm done. Thank you so much, Buff Lovin, for that amazing commercial. You're so awesome.
Check out her Etsy. There's an Etsy store.
Thank
you, Plaza, for feeding me all of the links that I needed.
Oh, shit. Can we give...
There's an Etsy, guys.
Can I give a golden,
There's so
golden
many
buzzer,
cool ways.
golden
Etsy.
buzzer to Flaza?
Yeah.
Alright, he should always get one.
Flaza is my rock.
Plaza does great things.
Flaza, I, you know how I can't stream as often these days just because Leo. I feel like I am letting Flaza down specifically. I feel like I'm letting Flaza down specifically, and it just upsets me so much. You know, Steven goes back to day shift beginning of October, and that will mean I can go back to streaming more regularly.
That's good.
Yeah. So, all right, perfect. It is 8 o'clock, which means it's time to let you all go. I sent you all a message that is going to be for next week. Love you all. You're amazing. And see you next time. Did I fuck up?